Let me help you out if 2 minutes of reading is too much of a long form for you to spend the effort on. There is no find people on both sides. It takes two to tango in accusations of abuse. The victim of abuse is telling the truth to preserve the integrity of their account, and the abuser needs to lie pathologically in recursive cycle to cover other lies. In choosing whom to believe, if I have to choose between a country under a brutal terrorist regime that hunts down its protesters and tortures them, and a functioning democracy with freedom to protest, I believe the functioning democracy with freedom to protest. If I have to choose between the country that executes gays and a country that holds gay pride marches every year, I believe the country that holds gay pride marches every year. If I have to choose between the country that refuses to build a single bomb shelter to protect its citizens even after planning an invasion, and a country that built thousands of bomb shelters to protect its citizens despite having a dominant military, I believe the country that built thousands of bomb shelters to protect its citizens. If I have to choose between a country that only allows their one religion and a country with freedom of religion where all the signs are printed in 3 languages, I believe the country with freedom of religion where the signs are printed in 3 languages. If I have to choose between a country that hates dogs and pays citizens to kill strays and a country that loves dogs where almost everyone has one, I choose the country that loves dogs where almost everyone has one. If I have to choose between a country with no women's rights that commits mass rape in an invasion and a country with comprehensive women's rights, I choose the country with comprehensive women's rights. If I have to choose between a country that executes suspected spies in public on their knees and a country that arrests them, I choose to believe the country that arrests them. If I have to choose between a country that fights in civilian clothing to conflate civilians and military and use them as human shields, and a country that fights in uniform to disambiguate civilians and military, I believe the country that fights in uniform to disambiguate civilians and military. If I have to choose between a country that literally teaches their youngest children to hate and murder as part of their school curriculum, and a country with a secular K-12 and world-renowned universities, I believe the country with secular K-12 and world-renowned universities. Someone is absolutely lying through their teeth about everything. The fact that there is any question as to whom to believe points conclusively at abhorrent, evil, narcissistic manipulation and brainwashing.